Ah, it looks like a Flash Gordon episode is broken out.
With music performed by the Warbletron 5000 ensemble.
5,000?
5,000 Warbletrons.
It's a cloudy day in space. And Moss gets a goal! Boom goes the dynamo.
If Ant City blew your mind, then get ready to have whatever gray matter that's left in that damaged cranium of yours to be blown again. That's right, it's Beast City.
Nature's Wonderland closed for remodeling.
You mean Brisbane Land?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Let's start where the bees start. With the first flower of spring, the pussy willow.
Whoa! And
Bees
John
are
comes
early
right
in
out of the
springtime
gate
and
with
early in
the
the day,
B
gathering
word. Bold
pollen or
move,
nectar
sir.
from
Bold
whatever
move.
flowers appear.
The Loch.
Now, you know, there are about 5,000 bees to a pound and about 6 to 8 or 9 pounds in a hive. That means 30, 40, even 50,000 bees.
Soaking
And
wet.
here's the brood chamber.
I won. Where? Right here. Diagonally. Pretty sneaky,
The
Dro.
brood chamber is the lower part of the hive. The upper part of the hive is where the honey is stored. That's called the super.
Where the bee superintendent lives.
There's a grill in between to keep the queen bee from going up and laying eggs in the honey storage place.
Please, John, the super.
That would
You just
spoil
said
the
it
honey.
10 seconds ago.
You see, the queen bee is much larger than the workers, so all you have to do is put down a grill that will let the workers through and keep the queen out, and your honey is pure.
Leave it to the queen to just come in and ruin everything. I know what I'm doing, she says.
Now, bees are known as...
Woo, bees gone
industrious
wild!
insects.
Dude, I just
We
saw
say,
Sheila's Thorn.
Oh, dude, was it everything I imagined it
here's
would
a
be?
of a
Yeah,
worker.
and more.
With the antennae are very useful for detecting odors, and odors are very important in the life
Remember,
of a bee. And
kids,
this
if you play
is
with yourself,
the
you get
eye of a
hairy
bee,
eyes.
very much magnified. It has 2 compound eyes with thousands of lenses in there. And it also has 3 simple eyes, by the way, and with all those 5 eyes, the bee can't close a single one of them. It has to sleep with its eyes open.
A gun
Here's
under
some
its
of the brood
pillow.
cells. There's an egg. It looks like a little feathery plume, doesn't it? And
No.
this is a bee larva.
A
When the
larva.
egg hatches, that's how the larva grows. And the larva lives for 5 days in a cell and...
So
gets
bees
into
put
cocoon
babies in prison?
Yeah, progressive, huh?
Yeah.
inside a cell. And then the cell is capped open. 12 days or so later, the larva hatches into an adult bee. Here are some of the larvae in the cell.
This is what grapefruit looks like on the inside.
There's the egg on the left and the larva on the right, and that growth takes place in 5 days. The larva is about 1,500 times as large as the egg, so you can see that a lot of feeding went on in that time. The nursery attendants do the feeding. They sometimes feed a larva 13 or 1,400 times a day. Now there's a larva that's
Yeah,
about
they're
to hatch.
picky eaters. They'll only eat chicken
I mean, it
nugget
has
Happy Meals
spun
and
its
nothing
cocoon, And
else.
now it is an adult bee and is working its way out into the body of the hive. If it can't get out by itself, some of the nursemaids come and help it.
I'm not
They clean it off and show it
I was gonna talk about butter
work
right
around
now.
the hive.
Oh my God.
A young bee doesn't
the
leave
bane
the
of my
hive
existence.
for 10
Why?
days or 2 weeks after it
Gotta
comes
work
out
on
of
that
the
there
hive. It does
OBC,
domestic
buddy.
work,
Oh,
so
I
to
know,
speak,
man, I know.
including
Maybe
making wax,
a honey zero.
which is a hard job and one that is delegated to the younger bees.
Because the hardest jobs should go to the least
A
experienced.
bee,
What's in this hole?
it
What's
takes
in this hole?
bees
What's in this hole?
about
What's in this hole?
6 pounds as long to make a pound of wax as it does for them to make a pound of honey. Now there are street cleaners in the hive, and here you see them working at their jobs, cleaning out the hive. And here's a bee that's in the ventilating system. It's waving its wings at the door of the
HVAC.
hive to create a breeze in the hive. Now it waves its wings about 200 times a second.
Sounds like a
And
union
it's
break
to cool
me.
the hive
Yeah.
in summer. In winter, it will do waving of that kind inside the hive to develop heat, to keep the hive warm. Now here's a bee gathering pollen. Pollen is the dust that's on flowers, you know, and it packs it away on its hind legs. Here's a hind leg
severed from the bee.
It's not pollen. I'm just
like
working out.
A basket of hairs there, and it's very
I'm on the
ingenious. Now, if
creatine.
you watch those bees
Pollen,
going in there,
that's
you'll
the,
see that
the
one
seasonal
going in?
discomfort I get
It's
every year.
hind legs
Yeah, me
packed
too.
with pollen. There goes another one. You can really see them if you stand near the entrance of a hive and watch the bees go in. Those that have the pollen will really stand out. Of course, going from flower to flower covered with pollen this way, the bees help to fertilize our blossoms, and so we
Fertilize
get
the
fruits
blossom.
and berries. Bees are very useful.
Oh, there's
to
a farmer.
farmers.
No, wait.
Ah, the bees are playing Risk. They've taken over
Now
Russia.
the lower part or brood chamber of the
These
cell
three have
is
been
a
put in
very
stocks
busy
for crimes
place.
against
It's,
humanity.
Eggs are being laid by the queen, and the workers are rushing around. Here the professor is going to try a little stunt. That's
think that's an
sugared
experiment,
water
not a stunt.
there, and of course a bee will find it sooner or later, and the sugared water is something they
I
love.
dub
It saves
thee
them
Neo.
trouble in making
Gianni,
honey.
the
And the
chosen
professor marked that bee with white on
Hey,
his back.
Bertram, you
We'll
got
follow
some
the
white
bee to
on
the
your
hive.
back.
There it is, going
What
right in
is
the
the
middle of the
deal
throng
with
there.
all the white dots?
And it
I
has
don't know
found what
the
it is the equivalent of a gold mine.
What
A lot of
is the
sugared
deal
water, and it's
with
rushing
all these
around
white
now, very
dots on
active,
these
letting the other
bees?
bees
Well, since
smell
everybody's
it.
taking a
And
turn,
its activity
what is the
means-
deal?
Come on,
What?
boys.
All
there's
these
plenty
dots
more
on
where
these
this
white
came
bees.
from.
What
Bees.
is
Now,
the
that's
deal?
way,
What
one
is the
bee tells
deal
another
with
that
all
it
the
has
white
come upon
dots on
something
the
good,
bee?
and that the other worker bees should rush
Oh,
out and
hell.
find this source of supply.
Let's play Spin the Chosen One.
Marked bee. Now the other workers will go out, and having that smell, there they go, having that smell fresh in mind, they will fly about until they come to this
Hot tub
gold
party!
mine. Here they
Woo!
found it and are making profit.
They make profit? How do they make profit?
Well, you know, they rent it out.
Oh, okay.
The queen bee is the only one that lays eggs in this cell. Here are workers at another feast of sugared water, but there's an intruder, that wasp there. It's attempting to annoy the bees, but I'm afraid that wasp is going to get the worst of it. Yes, the bees are cooperating.
The members of the
and
film
ganging
crew
up
were
on it.
powerless in their efforts to save this
Cooperation, by the way,
innocent
is the
bystander
secret
from the
success of the
marauding
hive.
group of bees.
Well, here's cooperation of a different kind. There seem to be a couple of ants. that
Once
work on the
again,
bee.
the
Ants are
film crew was
among
unable
the
to
worst
stop this
enemies of
mindless
bees.
act of
If
violence.
they get into a hive, that hive is usually
couldn't do anything.
doomed because
It's
the ants run
powerless.
all over it and destroy everything in there.
Nothing we could do.
Not like we set it up or anything.
Yep. Not staged at all.
Oh, here's a hive that is
taking
being
over Bee
invaded
City.
by
We
ants.
want our short
Just
back.
too bad
Run!
for that hive.
But they're smaller than us. They don't even have stingers.
But this bite hurts so much.
Dude, didn't we just kill a wasp earlier? A wasp.
This is different. They're spry.
I'm just saying, it's illogical to me that we're considering them such a threat. Why are the cameramen still filming us? Help us!
Powerless.
Well, here's a queen bee, and it's laying an egg in a queen cell.
Well, that's
I say the
convenient.
queen
and
bee is the
aptly
only one
named.
that does lay eggs. And she may lay 1,000 or even 1,500 a day. Well, there's the egg laid in the queen cell. Now, you know, in Julius Caesar, Cassius says, "Upon what meat doth this our Caesar feed?" Well,
What?
I know what the queen larva feeds on. It is fed on a special jelly. Notice that queen cell is very much larger than any other cell in the hive. And when the larva is hatched, it's just the same as any other larva, but then the workers feed it on what is known as royal jelly.
And royal
That's
peanut
what
butter.
makes
And
this
royal
ordinary
bread.
larva develop into
Royal
the much
Nutella.
larger queen.
Royal
And the
Kool-Aid.
only egg-laying machine in the hive. Now there's a young queen about to gnaw its way out of the cell, and the first thing it will do will be to go looking for other queen cells and to puncture them so that the young queens won't come out. And if
Infanticide.
one has come out,
Fantastic.
How can
these
be
queens
only
get into a
one?
fight, because there can be only one queen to a hive. Now here
See,
are
that
two
can be
young
only
queens
one.
There
in a
can be
fight,
only one.
and it will be fatal to one of them. Queen has a sting, but never uses
We
it,
at a
except
special
in
level of
battle
hell
with
cannot
another
find
queen.
anything humorous to say about two queens fighting. Just nothing at
Well,
all.
when queen cells appear, you know that it's time for the hive to swarm. It's getting overcrowded, and there's plenty of honey. It's always in the honey season, and there's great activity. The bees raid their own honey stores and seem to get drunk on it. And
Okay, guys, I'm going home now.
And the old queen
I'll
goes with
see you
them.
later.
Brian, maybe
After
you should give me
buzzing
your
and
keys.
flying
No, I'm
around,
fine.
they
I've
alight
done this
on a
countless
branch of a
times.
tree
Sure,
or
you
a
saved it
post
for
or
us.
Yeah,
someplace
you-
like that. Thousands and
You've been
thousands
drinking
of
a lot.
bees.
Listen
Very
to me.
gentle. You can
If you
handle
would have talked to
them
me,
with
you
your
shut your
bare
mouth.
hands
Like
if
3
you want.
bears
I
or
haven't,
something.
no. And you can saw off a branch or just brush them into a sheet, and then you dump them into an empty hive. And with a foundation of comb in there, and with the queen with them, they will start in business again. They will build up a new hive. And that's how bees increase, by making new hives. And here we have them started in a new hive, and thus the life cycle of the bee begins again.
Thank you for viewing John Kieran's sadistic kaleidoscope of bees. We hope you appreciate the sad level of desperation in John's life that caused him to partake in bee fondling, honey and pollen peddling, and eventually the massacre that was the turf war between Ant City and Bee City. Good night. And I'm Drunken Brian.
And I'm Drunken Brian.
And I'm Drunken Brian too.
We're all drunken.
We're all Drunken Brian.